Richard Basehart, David Hedison, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Well, hello guys, it's me again. It's 3 times today. I must be getting bloody annoying. Right, let's get that Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I got the DVD. I did have a couple of single ones, but I wanted the whole lot of it. And I have been watching this. It's, oh God, I think, I've just gotten, I've been like sort of jumping randomly into seasons. I'll go into a bit of it. My God, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, what the fuck was that about firstly? I've got to say, Irwin Allen, you were one insane sci-fi god, and you know what I mean, I give you the Sci-Fi God Award for insanity in science fiction. You created classics. Lost in Space, Time Tunnel, Land of the Giants, City Beneath the Sea, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea movie. I mean, my God, where do we start? Now, this is like, it's an interesting one, is Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. You know, it went out in mid-60s, it ran for 4 seasons, and, you know, Richard Basehart and David Hedison, great camaraderie, and Kowalski and Chief Sharkey and the Red Hot Chip, you know, and Sparks. A real man type show, you know what I mean? This was times when, like, when you get the odd woman that turned up on the submarine, but she were either evil or like, you know, they were all men and Brill cream haircuts. It was the 1960s when men were men, you know. But it's great, and they're all smoking. All that Admiral's just smoking all the time. So, yeah, it's of its time, and it's funny enough, what's interesting, it's like set in 1970, and then some episodes it's 1974, 1976, and 1980, you know, and right, so the concept is that this Admiral Harriman Nelson's a genius. He creates this submarine, and it can go anywhere, it can go to the deepest reaches at sea. It's so advanced, it's the most powerful thing in the ocean, in the world, you know. It does have a sister ship called Neptune, actually, which, see, for one episode it gets destroyed by a giant man of war. Yeah, seriously. So he runs a research institute, but it's also government front. His job is to defend the earth and investigate mysteries and all weird shit and all the other stuff. And you know, they come up with some really crazy stories in this. Now in first season, it's all black and white. Now it's interesting, there's a lot of like espionage episodes, and there is 1 or 2 fantasy ones in there, you know, but a lot of it's quite, they're in this advanced sub dealing with quite sort of normal sort of problems, you know, like spy missions and stopping like madmen. First one, you've got a Blofeld type villain, you know, trying to undo them because this disaster's going to come, and they've got to get saved out to Antarctic in so many days to save the world. And this like super villain, which you never really see him again, really. Maybe all these other secret villains work for him, but I don't know. But I think that was the only time they got in there. You never saw who he was, but he was in this room with computers, and he was attacking them with drones, but Seaview prevailed. And that was it. Now, there is 1 or 2 episodes in here, like there's the first alien one where they meet an alien in a flying saucer, and the alien's decent, he just crashed on our planet, and it's first contact, and all he wants to do is get back into space, and he needs some atomic energy or something. But he said, you know, and it goes in, Nelson helps him, because the alien's he's a decent alien, because he said, you know, if you destroy me, attack me, my race will destroy your planet. So they help him, and then, because he looks like Nelson when he meets him on board ship. Imaginative-wise, there's some great stories in this video collection, DVD collection, you know, of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. And it is, some episodes are a bit monotonous, don't get me wrong. Some are absolutely ridiculous in the later seasons. But I think the first 3 seasons are pretty spectacular. Even the Alien ones, you know. Look, the thing is with Irwin Allen and Time Tunnel and all the aliens, back then in 60s, aliens, they all dressed up in disco gear, and 60s, they all this stupid, ridiculous, like, you know, spandex and 60s aliens. And you can tell you've seen them before on Lost in Space and stuff. You know, but some stories, there is 1 or 2 intelligent episodes in there, which is really good. You get into politics as well about you never really find out who the enemy exists, but you get some quite political storylines, like the Deadliest Machines, like the president trapped in his bunker under sea, and there's a plot to take over America to cause a nuclear war. And it's stuff like that I found quite interesting. You really get into it. But my God, there is some insane episodes in here. They're just so beyond ridiculous that, you know, I don't know. I mean, I used to like Chief Shark. He was my favourite character, because he was a down-to-earth 9-to-5 type guy, and he couldn't handle any of it. He could not handle any of these crazy, like, villains turning up, you know, every week, and ghosts. I mean, ghosts and aliens. I mean, it tops it off when they had a leprechaun on board the bloody ship, a leprechaun, you know, and his evil brother leprechaun, which it was just going a bit too far. I mean, this is about a superpowered submarine, you know, it should be dealing with unknown, with like weird, but yeah, again, this is what you've got to love about it as well. Now, don't get me started on the Lobstermen. I'm not even going there. David Edison said yes, the Lobstermen. People bring that up all the time, but this is why it's remembered and why we love it. And the submarine itself is beautiful. You know, the Seaview is a stunning submarine, and it's a vehicle of peace and war. It's just streamlined, stunning. I love the bridge set, you know, on the submarine and all that. There is an effect that it's real, and that's the really built a beautiful set. But in some episodes where we go, I mean, there's one like with Kruger, the ghost. He comes back in 1 or 2 episodes because he's after Nelson's body, and so he can come back as this woman he loves. Then, but Nelson destroys Ireland where his dead body is, and destroys his spirit because he's trapped in between realities, his spirit, and there's a woman running about. There's not a lot of love interest in this. I mean, actually, there's not. Well, there is women in this. I mean, you know, but there's not. It's always them dealing with something weird. I mean, you do get women scientists and women on the crew, and but there's not. It's all, you know, it's all like a male crew. It's very of its time. Roger C. Carmel, Harry Mudd's in one episode. I think whenever he appears in anything, that's a treat for me, because he's just so funny, and he's playing this megalomaniac villain. You know, there's the cyborg episodes, time travel. One of the ridiculous ones is the puppets with Vincent Price, you know, in it. But I mean, there's an all-star. I mean, you get a lot of big A-listers in this at the time appearing in it. And I think, you know, in the scenes in the background, I've managed to watch a couple of, like, they did have a good time making this. I think if I'd have worked on that set, I think you'd have been in stitches, because Irwin Allen, what he come up with were just sheer genius. Even half of it is just totally beyond your sanity level. My favourite Irwin Allen series is Time Tunnel and Voyage at Bottom at Sea. Lost in Space I'm in and out of. Land of Giants, it got a bit repetitive. It was just a lot of recycled stories from all the other stuff. But I do have an affection for Land of Giants, you know. But it's Voyage at Bottom at Sea for me. I did come up with a certain timeline that Lost in Space, all them 4 seasons are all connected. And I think Admiral Nelson worked on Project TikTok. And I think it's all from, I think that their Earth is slightly more advanced than ours. And like they seem to have, like we've been to, like by 1999 you've got Jupiter one that goes off to Alpha Centauri. I think Nelson had something to do with that project. I think he definitely worked on, this is all what I like to think, I think he worked on Project TikTok at Time Tunnel. That was, you know, that was set in the 60s. And because Nelson, he seemed to have a knowledge about space travel, and he was quite open to a lot of stuff. And I just think Land at Giants, the Spindrift launched in 1980 and Seaview were in 1980 one episodes. So I think it were all connected. It's in the same universe as all this. I really do. I think it's like Star Trek, you know, with Next Gen, Voyager and DS9 and Enterprise. I think it's all in the same universe. I like to think there's a connection between all the series and City Beneath the Sea in the far future. But yeah, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea is a classic and you never get bored of it. I don't think I could sit in and watch 90 hours of it in a weekend. I really don't. I think like every now and again I can pull a disc out and sit through a couple of hours of it. Do you know what I mean? I was a big fan when it was on Sundays on Channel 4 because I'd not seen it for years. And I'm just so happy to have it back. Now, onto the DVD. So, there we go. That's the box. I do like it's a nice little box. I'm a bit annoyed about how it's set out though inside because I would have preferred cases, you know, for each season, like built up. Instead, it's like you get a lot of that. Do you know what I mean? Which is quite annoying. I mean, there's bloody there's loads and loads of discs here all over the place, you know, and sort of very annoying. Do you know what I mean? And but the artwork, there's some great shots of Captain Edison, as you can see, Captain Crane, and you get a nice shot of Admiral Crane. You know, Admiral Crane, Richard Bass out there, Harriman Nelson, but it's I mean the sets, everything, it is quite a joyride. I do like the first season. There's an episode called Invader where they find a previous civilization that existed before we did, and it's Robert Duvall, and that is one of the best episodes in the first season for me. So, you know, Voice to the Bottom of the Sea, what I'm going to give it, 5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. When I got in yesterday, I did watch about 4 episodes last night, and I sort of fell off the chair in stitches and found it extremely funny. Do you know what I mean? So it's just some. It depends what mindset you're going to be in to watch this, you know. But Irwin Allen, you're a god, my friend. You are a sci-fi god. Thank you for Voice to the Bottom of the Sea. So that's my review. The extras are very good. There's quite a lot on here of different variation of extras. Seems to be a disc at the end of each season. I've watched some of them and some interviews, and it's pretty interesting stuff. And there is another pilot in here as well, which I'm looking forward to watching that. I don't know, I might have watched it, I don't know. But we'll have to see. Alright then guys, have a nice week. I will be on live at 7 o'clock tonight, and I will see you on my next video. And yeah, have a great day.